Rogers God.
I'm dying over here.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. Put on a yarmulke and don't take it off. If you see your rabbi, say mazel tov. Schmucks to the left of me, putzes to the right. Here I am, stuck in a temple with Jews.
You fairy.
Well, I'm stuck in a temple with Jews, and I'm wondering what it is I should do. I don't want to pray at the Wailing Wall, and I know that I don't like my cabal. Schmucks to the left of me, putzes to the right. Here I am, stuck in a temple with Jews. Well, you're in your daddy's business, but you claim that you're a self-made man. Then your Uncle Si comes over, asks you for a bagel and cheese.
Okay, let's start out with a great call. QAM.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just calling to find out the money already gone.
Is what?
The money.
What money?
With the show that y'all having today.
The show that we're having on the money?
Yeah, for the bomb. What you call it?
Bomb your ass? Bomb Iraq?
Yeah, the bomb Iraq.
Yeah. Why, how much you want? How much you want to bomb Iraq?
Pardon?
How much cash you want? $2 million?
I don't know how much I'll give it, you know.
How about 50 cents?
50 cents?
How about
30, man.
How about 30 cents?
Gotta leave it a little bit more than that.
Okay, well, listen, let's see if we can raise it for you. 10:05 at 560. No crossover with a humper today because he's got bigger fish to fry than me, I'll tell you that. So it must be an awful big fish. Maybe it's a trout.
Or a sturgeon.
Don't say what kind. Or a big sturgeon could be. Maybe a sturgeon from Sturgis, Michigan. I lived there. You don't want to be living there. Although they had this great, not a great restaurant. It was a restaurant inside of a hotel. But, boy, they had the best New England clam chowder, other than in New England. Man, it was good. Used to make that my whole lunch, man. Go there and and they give you like a big bowl. You could almost take a bath in it. Oh, look at the way these phones are smoking, man. Al Zarqawi's dead. The war's over. Everything's okay. Everybody's coming home. Not. In fact, 12 people were killed and 20 others wounded in a roadside bombing at a crowded market in southeastern Baghdad Jadida neighborhood, according to an official with Baghdad police today. A second roadside bomb 30 minutes earlier
About 30, man.
in the same neighborhood targeted an Iraqi police patrol. 2 civilians were killed there and 8 police wounded in the incident. These attacks came on the same day as U.S. and the networks are hyperventilating, and there's your fearless leader.
And to put him out of business.
He put him out of business, man. He gave him what for, Al Zarqawi. Won't see him no more. They got pictures of him with his eyes closed, so he's either dead or maybe he's taking a nap. He's dead. U.S. and Iraqi authorities announced that terrorist leader Abu Musab al-Zarqawi, the most wanted man in Iraq, was killed in a coalition airstrike. All right.
All right.
Of course, how's Osama doing? We got him yet?
No.
And how about Mullah Omar?
No.
Don't got them yet. We got Saddam locked up. Of course, he didn't have nothing to do with any of this, but nevertheless. In fact, when he was in there wasn't all these terrorists running around killing all these innocent people, plus our soldiers. But nevertheless, don't start peeing on their parade, man. They are just emotionally wound up like an alarm clock.
Parade is right.
There's
going to be a parade. And
they're doing a Green Apple Quick Step there on TV and all over the world. At least Bush and Blair, anyway. Oh, look at that. Olga Moreira. How am I going to read this? The print is tinier than my...
microscopic.
Tried to thwart the devil, Olga did, but death caught up with her anyway. Oh, no. Moreira, 77, a devout Catholic from the Jamaica section of Queens, purposely chose to go home from Fitchburg for a doctor's appointment the day before June 6 to avoid traveling on the dreaded day of the devil, 666, yesterday. She had a fear of what might happen on 6606. She was a very religious Catholic woman. She had a feeling that something was going to go wrong. She must have left her rosary beads behind. Maybe that's it.
Oh.
That's what her granddaughter said. Anira Ladima of Fitchburg. This print is tiny and also, but anyway. Marrera, however, died before she could brave the very day that she feared. How do you like that? About 3:14 Monday afternoon, the express van Marrera had booked for her trip home gave way from its parked position, started to roll down a street, and struck a parked car. 2 passengers, including Marrera, were ejected through the open van door. I thought she was a good Catholic. The Lord wouldn't do that to her.
No.
Marrera suffered severe head trauma when her head hit the ground, and later she died at UMass Medical Center in Worcester. Ramon Urbiz, who runs the Worcester-based New York City Express van service, didn't return a call seeking comment. She was 77 and she wasn't sick, not taking medication. Nothing was wrong with her, Ledema said. Maybe she suffered from edema. Marrera, a seamstress who moved to New York from Ecuador, a seamstress 32 years ago from Ecuador. She will be buried this Saturday in Fitchburg, where her son Antonio lives. Her other 2 children, Yolanda and Gado Freddy. What does that say? I can't read it. Is that what it says? Gallo Freddy may not be able to attend the funeral service because they can't afford to travel from Ecuador. Well, what difference does it make? She won't care. She didn't want to travel on that specific day. She wanted to feel safe at home, said Ledema. We felt that was the safest way to get her back. Well, they got her back, but, in a box. I think that's exactly what they had in mind, or maybe it is what they had in mind. Just pretty grim and pretty grotesque. It goes to show you can't start to strategize and start thinking too much. It's a bad idea. I'll tell you one thing, that crossover thing with the humper is starting to get a little iffy, Are we just dumping that now or what? Especially with the summer schedule coming up, think that'd be a good idea, just stop that altogether?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was listening to a song in Q.
QAM, hello.
Who's ready for it?
WQAM, hello.
I got my butt cracked.
Yeah, okay, got it. WQAM, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Man, I just called earlier. Metro PCS hung up on me. I was trying to see if I win anything, or if I could win anything.
Yeah, no, the answer is no. WQAM, hello.
Oh, he's going to be calling all day.
That's okay.
Turn this up. How you doing, buddy?
Turn that off, Pally, yes.
Yeah, it's about, you're talking about the freakish religious people. I ride a motocross bike where we go out and it's a little dangerous and get hurt. And last week or 2 weeks ago, I'm out and there's this guy I ride with. He made the sign of the cross before he went out. I'm like, oh, Jesus. He's a good guy and everything.
Jesus is right. You should have said that a few times. Oh, Jesus, can't hurt.
So he went out and he comes back, and he's the only one that ate it and wiped out and wrecked his bike after making the cross.
Well, that's because Jesus was pissed off. He don't go for that motorsport crap.
Exactly. And if I see you out there, old Joe, I'm going to kick your ass. I heard he's a motocrosser.
Okay, get him for Jesus, man.
And
kick his ass for Jesus and go away already, will you? Here's the poll we had from yesterday. Who's your favorite dead singer? Oh, this could take us right up till midnight. Let's take a look at that schedule first. What day is it, Thursday? We got Geldy at the NBA Final in Dallas, no less. I beg your pardon?
It's only Thursday?
Yeah, damn it. Seems like Sunday already.
I know.
Mad Dog 4-7. We have no Marlin. Marlin salvaged the game out of that series out there. I bet you Josh is pretty impressed by that. I bet you Barry Bonds didn't hit no home run.
I actually don't know. I didn't get to see the game.
Well, Marlins beat them 8-1. So
I know that. I saw that.
Well, I'm just telling you that that could have been their only run. That's one more tally than Edmonton got against Carolina last night.
One more tally.
5-0. Oh, geez. I didn't see that. I was busy getting my money back from my machine. And I did, most of it. Again, I'm the comeback kid. Old kid, but let's see. Mad Dog 4-7. 7-9, we got QM's opening tip with Curtis. We're heat intensive, baby. Oh, yeah, we don't have the game. And anybody with a brain that cares about it be watching it on TV. But we got the opening tip, man. Then we got the Heat Rewind after the game and in the middle of the game and under the game and over the top. Curtis at 9 to 10. That's after the opening tip with Curtis, just plain old Curtis 9 to 10. Eddie K at 10. Then at midnight, it's Heat Rewind with Eddie K, as opposed to just playing Eddie K from 10 to midnight. Got that? Very heat intensive, because tonight is that big game, man, in Detroit. I'll tell you one thing, the Edmonton Oilers are going to rue the fact that they gave away that first game. They blew a 3-0 lead, then gave it away in that greasy goal. They're going to rue the fact. That's the end of them. Who is your favorite dead singer? John Lennon wins hands down everybody's pants, 239. Bob Marley, 153. It makes me want to gag a little bit. Jim Morrison, 119. Elvis, 93. Freddie Mercury, 79. Roy Orbison, Roy the Boy, 69. That's what they say in gay country. Roy the Boy. Frank Sinatra, 67. Marvin Gaye, 66. Johnny Cash, 61. Jimi Hendrix, 58. Kurt Cobain, 53. George Harrison, 47. I Hate This Pool, 41. That's a good number, right in the middle. Jim Croce, 40. Frank Zappa, 37. Patsy Cline, She's Still Walking After Midnight, 34. Karen Carpenter, 32. Janis Joplin. I bet Karen should have gone to Vegas. She was a California girl anyway. Mm-hmm. Should have gone to Vegas and eaten them buffets a little bit more.
That's right.
Janis Joplin, 31. Jerry Garcia, 26. Could he sing or what?
No.
Not a lick. Maybe he could lick, man. But Celia Cruz, 21. Nat King Cole, 18. Rick Nelson, 18. Tied with Nat King Cole. I think actually it was the same guy, just in blackface. Buddy Holly, 17. Barry White, 15. Tupac, 13. Tupac. Bobby Darin, 11. Notorious B.I.G., 11. Luther Vandross, 11. Mama Cass Elliott, 7, who did not choke on a ham sandwich. It was actually pastrami on rye. Sam Cook, 6. We finally got that all straightened out. Old Dirty got 5. David Ruffin, 3. Billy Preston, 3. And Eddie Kendricks, poor Eddie, out of 1,500 plus votes, only got solamente dos. Soltanto due. Aren't you impressed with my linguistics?
That you're a real linguini.
Yeah, a real linguini is right. 10:13 at 560. WQAM, we're going to take a lot of calls today, man. We're going to be very heavy phone call intensive. Maybe that guy can win a prize. Let's give him $50 million. What do you say? What do you think? The Beasley's got it. Cough it up.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just auction some stuff off on the QM website. You know, add that new revenue stream. Exotica Miami Beach is fun and an exciting venue for the public to purchase the hottest new products and services from the adult industry.
Oh, my God.
Meet adult stars including Jenna Jameson and the Club Jenna Girls, Tara Patrick, and lots more. Take pictures you can brag about for years. Shop for something sexy in the largest adult marketplace on the East Coast. Enjoy entertainment on stage with acts ranging from the comedic stylings of Ron Jeremy, he is a hoot, to a 15-person male and female group grow performance. Enjoy hours of entertainment. There's burlesque, hot body contest, and more. Whatever way you decide to celebrate your sexiness, enjoy it with Exotica at the Miami Beach Convention Center. Promises to be a memorable experience. Go to their website, ExoticaMiami.com. That's triple X, of course. 3 X's. ExoticaMiami.com. Buy your tickets there. Check out who's coming and get info on the nightly after parties. ExoticaMiami.com tomorrow, Friday, June 9th through Sunday the 11th. In other words, this weekend at the Miami Beach Convention Center. Must be 18 and over with valid ID, and they'll check your shoe size and God only knows what else. Exotica Miami Beach, a celebration of sexy.
This is
That's
Neil
what Muff
Rogers.
You fellas.
This is 560 QAM.
And this is G. Gordon Liddy, and they don't come any worse than Neil Rogers.
Bum, 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 their ass.
Rectum.
Bum, 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 their ass. 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 Rip it up with that crap, it's time to get a flex up on their ass. Bum, 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 their ass. Move their ass away to retaliate and wipe that smile off the camel jockey's face. Bum, their ass. Bum, 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 their ass. Bum, 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 their ass. Rip it up with that crap, it's time to get a flex up on their ass. Bum, 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 their ass.
Oh.
Give them what they want. Leave the greasy spot. Send them up to be with Ku Klux Klan. And they'll run up on their ass. Bum, 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 their ass. Bum, 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 their ass. Rip it up with that crap, it's time to get a flex up on their ass. Bum, 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 their ass. Bum, their ass. Bum, their ass. Bum, their ass. Bum, their ass.
Oh, man, it's all over now. We got Al Zarqawi. He's deader than a doornail. My God, how can you not like that, huh?
Happy days.
And the media, of course, are just, they're doing that. They're doing Happy Days Are Here Again. They got old Al Smith back out. They dug up his body. The Happy Warrior, Al Smith. Remember Al Smith, 1928?
No.
I'm sure you don't.
Remember Al Jolson?
How about Hebert Hoover? Heber. 501 votes on today's poll. We're not going to get to that 1,000, I don't think, because we got a very late start. I didn't put the poll up there till about 1 a.m. Had to come home from finally cracking open that machine, man, with a crowbar. I'd like to take a shotgun to it. 501. Which of these issues do you care most about? The economy. We have to add to this abortion rights.
Doing it now.
Don't you think that's muy importante?
Si.
Not nearly as important as them fag marriages. Let's see. The economy, 135. The war in Iraq, 132, although now it's going so swimmingly well, although there are bodies all over the place. But nevertheless, at least one of them is Al Zarqawi. Legalizing pot, 52, a distant third. That's your crowd. Mm-hmm. Education, 52. Freedom of speech, 51. Oh, that's gone now.
That's what I voted.
I told you that indecency thing passed overwhelming. We'll get to that later on. It's in my pile, although I do want to take 40,000 calls today. We got to get a lot of calls. Illegal immigration, 48. I hate this poll, only 19. They likes it. Well, kind of. Gay marriage, only 9, 1.7%. And flag burning, only 3. Half of 1%. And that's going to be their next deal now, these Farbissen right-wingers. Bringing them all, like they call them, the wedge issues, They're wedging it. They're hedging it, they're wedging it. And now they're going to be all over this Al Zarqawi thing like stink on Norma. It's going to be unbelievable. Speaking of Norma, Cuba breaks taboos with National Gay Soap Opera. Did you see this story?
No.
Well, you will. You'll hear it now.
I'm not as up-to-date on the Cuban news as you are.
Well, you better get with it. Talk to Miguel about it. He knows about his gay Cubans. Once persecuted, then excluded, and finally tolerated, Cuban homosexuals have seen the delicate... What is that? Oh, the debate open... I can't read this. I wrote it myself because it chopped off on the edge. and they've seen the debate open wide before their eyes over the past few weeks. Open wide. Now state-run Cuban television is breaking even more taboos with a gay soap opera. How do you like that?
Oh, my God. Incredible.
For the first time ever, Cuban television is running a soap opera where several of the characters are openly
gay.
The Hidden Side of the Moon is the title of... Oh, you're bad. Always take something and turn it into something really gruesome and grotesque. I wonder what kind of moon that is. Oh, no.
Yeah.
The Hidden Side of the Moon is the title of the soap opera that's generated so much controversy among Cuban viewers that the Institute of Radio and TV, a state-run entity, had to preempt regular programming and invite a panel of experts to call for tolerance. Calm those bastards down. Maricon, bugarón, ba 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 ba. It was just like being in Sweetwater again. The soap opera tells the story of people that by different means have been infected by HIV. Not everyone agrees with the notion that the soap will help Cuban society be more aware of diversity and become more tolerant. Well, anything would be an improvement. Abraham Bueno, a gay who regularly turns into a female character named Imperio, oh, there we go again, all the drag queens all the time, believes that while the new soap opera did give entry to homosexuals on television, it didn't necessarily help their image. Well, I'm sure that he's doing lots to do it by dressing up in drag all the time. All the drag queens all the time.
You fairy.
Oh, brother. Maricon, bugarón, etc. and so on. Yeah, what do you think about, let's take a vote now on that. I say let's get rid of it. It's just going to be kind of ridiculous now, you know. Although it does fit in with the rest of the programming on this radio station, it kind of like in fits and starts, you know. Sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't, and sometimes he'll do it, and a lot of times he won't, and I'm just tired of it, you know. Let's start at 10. We went through all that business with the Stern thing, you know, when we're starting whatever the hell he felt like finally giving it up and going home. And I think we start at 10. Enough with that crap. Okay?
Okay.
Well, no, because, you know...
Okay.
Huh? I'm not going to repeat what you said before the show.
Well, I'm not going to repeat what you said before the show either.
Well, go ahead. I really go. I see one thing about me. I'll say it on the air and off the air, as opposed to you, who are always like pussyfooting around on the air.
You make it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. Just like all that crap about them destroying our studio all the time. You just troublemaking there again. Just ask parents. They'll tell you.
That's right.
Just make that stuff up. You know, this meeting that's going to take place tomorrow with Norma Kent and the two of the triumvirate there. Clarence Darrow and Joe Bell. I'd like to be a fly on the wall on that. Because they talk about the blind leading the blind. Among the three of them, they haven't got any idea what this show is all about, what our issues are, and they're having a big meeting. They're going to have and yesterday the House passed that indecency bill, so now it's, they'll get the final thing all ironed out, and it'll go to Bush, and he'll sign it so fast that your eyes won't be able to blink. And so now, if you think we were under tremendous pressure before, just wait. You ain't seen nothing yet, boys and girls. You just wait. It is going to be so clean and pristine and mean, it's going to be beyond belief. We not only won't be able to play fart sounds on you, we won't even be able to fart in our personal lives. If we fart, we're done. I think they're putting in the contract. That's part of the insubordination clause. If you fart, you're out. WQAM, hello.
Copy that.
WQAM, hello.
It puts Elzer Cowie in the basket.
WQAM, hello. Okay, those are our three calls for that segment. I tell you, we're going to take a lot of calls today if you got them. 567-0560. See, when they least expect it and you put the pressure on them, then they can't come through. It's always been this way. Although never quite this way, you know?
No,
never quite this way. Never quite exactly this way like it is on this radio station. I've been doing this a long, long time, and it's never quite been. This is the QMFing way, what we get here. Oh, man. I just got the ass end of this still, you know? Yeah. It's going, though. There's Tony Snow on there with his little swastika on his armband, doing his Deutschland über alles thing. Elzer Cowie's dead.
Yeah, that's Eastern time. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't hug the tar baby now, Tony. Don't squeeze too tight. WQAM, hello.
Hey, what's up?
Yes, sir.
Trying to find out if I on the show yet.
If what?
If I can win any money today. I'm trying
no,
to find
the answer is no. Do not call again. If you call one more time, we're going to send Luca Brazzi to your house to kill you. How's that? Don't ever call us again or we will break your neck. Get out of here, you idiot. Call us anytime you want. WQAM, hello.
Check.
Yeah, check this. Check's in the mail. QAM, hello.
Neil.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that chair Randy sat in?
What happened to what?
That chair Randy sat in.
Whatever happened to it? They're exhuming it right now. And your body, schmuck. Boy, these people talk about living in the past. Wow. Good God. Yeah. I know what his favorite group is, the Ink Spots. Well, he thought they were Ink Spots anyway. 26 after 10 at 560. I think all calls today. I got a huge, big pile of really important stuff here. I'm not going to waste my time with it. That'll probably get you all depressed. I can save it for tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever.
Plus, you're on vacation next week anyway,
It's
and then
all
the week
good.
after that, I'm on vacation, and we're sliding into the summertime. There's nobody around. There's nobody in town.
No.
You're just kidding. We're playing, as it was, we were playing about a third of a deck. Now it's like about a tenth of a deck. We got about 5.2 cards. Well, there's that picture of Al Zarqawi sleeping. His eyes are closed. You think, he's laying out there under a blanket out in the desert. Don't he look peaceful there? Dead at the doornail?
He looks in pieces there.
And, of course, you know that now that he's dead, there won't be any more killing and
No
more
more.
insurgency.
It's all
It's
over.
going to be all over with now.
Right.
Everything's going to be peaceful, although I do wonder about all those other people who died this morning after he got off.
Well, they didn't know.
I guess the message hadn't gotten around yet.
That's right.
That now we're all going to be peacemakers. Blessed are the peacemakers. Remember, Eli Wallach said that just before we ate the cannoli. Hey, if you love boating, who the hell doesn't, man? It's a real hoot to get out there in the water, and you really ought to. But don't go spending a lot of money to buy a boat, because the price and the maintenance of it and all the grief that goes along with it is it's unbelievable. Just during hurricane season alone, just think of the possibilities. Instead of that, call Club Nautico and enjoy the water the easy way, 1-800-BOAT-RENT. Why pay the expenses of boat ownership when you can rent one totally hassle-free? Join the club at Club Nautico. Call 1-800-BOAT-RENT. You'll be amazed at just how easy they make it for you and how they take care of all the stuff. No docking costs, no expensive upkeep, no insurance, no hurricane preparation. When you have a boat from Club Nautico to use, it's totally stress-free and really affordable, too. It's the smart way to go. Call 1-800-BOAT-RENT. No getting the boat ready because Club Nautico does it for you. No cleaning up either because at Club Nautico you just hop on your boat, go out there, and just have a spectacular time. When you're done pulling to the dock, get off and just run away. It's that easy, and they'll take care of all the other business. Club Nautico, call 1-800-BOAT-RENT from unlimited boating to pay-as-you-go, from small boats to yacht charters and everything in between.
All of these things.
It's Club Nautico. Call 1-800-BOAT-RENT to let Club Nautico tailor a plan to fit your needs and your budget. Get on the water today the smart way by calling Club Nautico at 1-800-BOAT-RENT.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Way down south, where the mudwumps go to hang from trees and play banjo. You got some who own a station on newfangled radio. Now as North Carolina goes, Raleigh's a big city, you know, and that's where the Beasleys had to go for Jolly Riley Joe.
Oh!
A new GM. He'll do what he can. Take your hand like a friend, then quickly walk away. They had Joe go to 560 with ratings in the toilet bowl to get those flaming sportful mows in order and control. And then so Jolly Raleigh Joe, a buckular and in the know, he lets mow go, and here's what blows, gives Geldy his own show. He'll make a big change and rearrange. It's worse or the same, he hasn't done a thing. For what goes on the air at 2, Joe don't have a stinking clue about a format that essentially blows sport hole radio. The GM of 560, Jolly Raleigh Joe.
All right. 10:34 at 560 WQAM. Happy Thursday to you, man. The week is starting to roll along. Not too fast, but
yeah.
We were bitching before. It only feels like about a month. It's already the 8th of June. Yeah, I think mark it down right now and write it on your wrist. We're not doing any more crossovers, which also includes you on the summer schedule. We're all through with that. The show starts at 10. Let's at least between 10 and 2 start having like some, continuity. You know what I mean?
I do.
Some consistency, like the show starts at 10 and ends at 2 almost every day. Yesterday I apologized. I went about 15 seconds over, and boy, I noticed they chopped us off real fast here, like it was an emergency, you know? Like they might not have been able to say one more time.
That's right. You don't want to spill over onto that.
I'm always so prompt, man. You could set your life on the atomic clock when we get done at 2 o'clock just about every day.
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, sometimes they throw... In fact, you know what also they're doing? Remember we had the big debate about these lengthy rejoins and these promos that go on for like some of them 40 seconds, some of them almost a minute. So it takes basically the 4-minute break and it makes it into a 5-minute break.
Uh-huh.
So based on the way Clarence is programming us, we got like instead of, it would be like having 4 5-minute newscasts in an hour. Thinking of that CKLW documentary. You know, there used to be one 5-minute newscast on stations that did news. And that was a lot. You know, that caused a lot of tune-out. Like when stations used to be CBS affiliates and carry CBS News at the top of the hour, 5 minutes. Now, so basically we got the equivalent of 4 5-minute newscasts based on the way Clarence is butchering this thing. So we don't have any time to waste. So nothing personal unless somebody wants to take it that way. But we're going back to a 10 o'clock start. And everybody, they're all on their own. They got their own agenda. It's like everybody's got their own radio station kind of. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
They've got their own thing and their own schedule. And if they got something more important to do, then we'll see them in a few days and hope that they feel okay and don't eat too many bologna sandwiches, stuff like that. Although, of course, if we just had Ira on the air a few more times, I think that would put us over the top. We'd get back to those great numbers we used to have once upon a time. I think we alienated the audience because we don't have Ira on this show. He's on every other show.
Well, that's all your fault,
And probably also Tony Ferrantino and Eric Reed, who talks through his teeth, kind of like the spokesman, only not quite as much spittoony, When you're near the spokesman, you have to keep toweling yourself off because he's a spitter.
Is he?
He is a spitter. That's Brian Murray, the spokesman, man. You better know your spokesman, mister, because you sure as hell don't.
I don't. I'm proud.
You better know BM.
No.
In fact, what I heard is he already knew it this morning.
That's right.
College life. Wait till you hear this. This is, see, it goes to show you, man. I'm going back to college. College life isn't just about drinking beer. In a rare instance, Apple Computer Inc.'s iconic iPod music player surpassed beer drinking as the most in thing among undergraduate college students, according to the latest biannual market research study. And any other item on the list that also included text messaging, bar hopping, and downloading music. I'm sure they didn't put getting laid on there, but why would they do that? Right. In a year-ago study, I'm just telling you right now, MP3 players are like for little kids, like elementary school kids.
That's what an iPod is.
And Sony, no, it is not.
Okay.
An iPod is not an MP3 player.
Okay.
Well,
I have an MP3
See, it's
player
for old
just
people
like
like her and me. It's for old parts like us.
But it's an MP3 player. What do you think it does?
Right. No wonder your wife hates you like poison and wishes you would croak a wicked death. This year, Drinking Beer and Facebook.com, a social networking website, were tied for second most popular, with 71% of students identifying them as in. Facebook.com. Now, I never heard of that before. Of course, what would I know?
It's like MySpace.
Oh, well, that we know about that thing. Okay, his eyes closed, and he had his iPod laying right there on his pupik. Student Monitor conducted a survey week of March 6th, interviewing full-time undergrad students at 100 U.S. colleges, yada, yada, yada. He did not ask them about whether getting laid. I don't want to. I guess I'm not fooling anybody on that count.
No.
I got that. Hey, listen, that thing is great.
What, your shaver?
Every 2 days I use that baby. That thing I got, whatever that is. That sharp cutter, razor, shaver,
Ginsu?
Sharp knife.
Kukri?
In fact, you know something? If I were there right now, it's a damn good thing I'm not, because I would probably find a sharp knife like that machete and do like a Stephen Harper on your head. 19 before 11 at QM. The summer season is approaching fast. That means it must be close to Father's Day, and you want to know what? It's a week from this Sunday. Coming up Sunday, June 18. We all know what dads like to do on their big day, and when they're through doing that, and maybe before they're doing that, they love to eat. It's time to call the Melting Pot and make your reservation for Father's Day. Do something great this year for your father. The Melting Pot is a fantastic, unique fondue restaurant. In addition to their famous cheese and chocolates, they serve up some serious meats and fish for hungry dads like yours. Hearty entrees from center-cut filet mignon to blackened shrimp, teriyaki sirloin, pork, lobster, and more. And it's not just a meal. It's like an experience when you go there because you're dipping and dunking and eating and smiling and laughing. In fact, you can take your iPod with you. The Melting Pot definitely serves serious food for serious appetites. Nobody walks out of there hungry. They waddle out of there with a big smile on their face and a big fat pupik. They also have an award-winning wine list to boot. And don't forget the Melting Pot's famous desserts, man. When Dad dips that into the chocolate, he'll just go nuts. He'll go ballistic. Guaranteed to put a big smile on his puss. So make that call today, make your reservations, invite Dad to dip into something different and delicious. A real fantastic experience at the Melting Pot restaurant near you. A full 4-course gift for Dad from you. And when you call to make those reservations, be sure and tell them that cranky old Neil told you to call. There's a Melting Pot in Coral Springs, in Boca, Fort Lauderdale, North Miami Beach, Cooper City, and, of course, in highly congested Kendall.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
On a lollipop, little boy?
Tom Hanks stars in a film that will shake the very foundation of the Western world. The Gump Code.
A code in a painting? Gump? That's plain stupid.
Stupid as stupid does, sir.
Does the Gump Code reveal a secret, sacred bloodline?
I'm not a smart man, but I know what that is. That's the wife of baby Jesus.
Exposing the truth can be a dangerous thing.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that albino man was trying to kill me.
Run, Forrest, run!
Okay.
Don't let that albino man get you too, Jenny!
Will history be changed forever?
History's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
The truth lies in the Gump Code.
And that's all I got to say about that.
It's 10:46. Bo, is he? Can he act or what? He is just dynamic.
Oh yeah.
Although I do have a poll I'm thinking for tomorrow about overrated TV stars. We've never done that. We could do overrated actors and actresses too, but I'm thinking more like TV people, like Seinfeld.
Yeah, Tim J. Bullock.
Vanna. Vanna, by the way, just turned 88, and by the way, she refuses to get on a plane with Catherine Harris this weekend. She's got a premonition that something horrible is going to happen, and the Republicans are hoping that she's right. Oh, yeah. She was. There was that article I had the other day. She's been described as a pariah by the Republican Party, Catherine Harris. In other words, they don't want her to run because she ain't got a Chinaman's chance in purgatory, but nevertheless, she's a stubborn bitch. And probably Jeb promised it to her anyway, you know, for helping fix 2000. 5670560. Let's get these phones on fire, baby. Let's get with it. I realize it's the dog days. It's the getting to be the middle of June already. There are only about 400 people left in town, and they're not too happy about it anyway, but they ain't got any money to get out of town, like you guys. 5670560 and pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. When you need them the most, they're not there. Just remember that all summer long. Keep that in mind.
I know.
When you need,
know it well. Huh? I know all about it.
Oh, and when you don't want them the most, then they are there. You know,
That's
if you
right.
catch my drift on that.
When you're just monologuing and all the lines line up, like, what the hell do these people want?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. That happens all the time. When our 6-minute delay catches up and they get onto this thing that we're going to be taking a lot of calls, then they're going to, like, be foaming. You'll see. Like this one here. WQAM.
Hello.
See, I told you. I could smell it a million miles away. Now, you're telling me that's a Gilbert Jr.? That's an imitator?
That is an imitator.
Oh, well, what's that all about?
He's got a fan club. What can I tell you?
Does he really? Well, I'm sure that he and the guy with the eyes and the guy with the yellow teeth, I'm sure they probably hang out together.
And the fanny pack guy.
The guy with the fanny bag, right? And, of course, all that crowd. Yeah. Not to mention, what's his name up there at Port St. Lucie? What is his name?
I dare not say.
Oh, don't even say it.
I don't want to
I know what it is. I just don't want to say it either.
If you think about him, he'll be on.
I know. And, of course, what's his name in Hollywood? Them, all of that crowd. See, one thing about doing this in this market and on this station especially, more so than any place else I've ever even dreamed of working, is that once you get rid of the first group of lunatics, there's a whole other new one. Like the guy with wants to know how much money he's going to win. Now he's at least a change, you know. I enjoy him a little bit.
A little bit. No,
probably after this next hour, I'll probably get a little tired of him. But
they're like the terrorists. It doesn't matter how many you blow up; they'll make more.
That's right, like that Abu Zal, that Al Zarqawi guy. You blow up one terrorist, and there's 100,000 more waiting in line to take their place to be the next big hero. WQAM, hello. That was a good one. QAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? Long time,
right.
couple of times. Anyway, listen, I finally got some broadband from my mobile over here, so I can actually respond to your polls. But I do have a question for you. Do you guys have like an email site where I can send you some crap once in a while?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I mean, you can email to George at, what is it?
At NeilRogers.com.
George at NeilRogers.com. JORGE. Spell it right or it ain't going to go anywhere.
I'll delete it without reading it like I did.
Right.
All right, George.
Okay, thanks, Tommy. By the way, speaking of emailing, don't email me that stuff anymore because my email outfit has blocked it.
Okay, I'll just send it to you on a disc.
Don't. Yeah, that's right. Do it the other way.
Yeah.
Don't be emailing. Don't be sending me no stuff on my. I don't want any crap on my computer. You got it?
I got it.
Because probably the RCMP and God only knows what else, you know. Probably be a whole bunch of subversive lunatics running around here. Oh, my God, he's got all kinds of... Yeah, right. I got news for you, man. This studio is clean and pristine for the old queen. WQAM, hello.
Yes, sir, Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, how are you able to be physically recognized after being blown up with two 500-pound bombs?
It was like
he looks pretty good for a guy that just got blown up. That is a good point.
I think they better check him for freezer burn. Hey, baby. Have a good day.
Okay, that's a good point.
They had him on ice, yeah.
Yeah, he looks remarkably well preserved, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, but
you almost get the feeling that they had that body laying around for a while just for the opportune moment, you know, like here he is.
It's irrelevant.
No, it's not irrelevant. The media's on top of this. Look at that Tony Snow, man.
Tony Snow.
Yeah.
Rockies to take forward.
Bada beep, bada boop, bada bop, everything. Oh, yeah.
What kind of a voice is that
anyway? They're going to change a damn thing except for the fact that now they're going to manipulate the media, and the Democrats don't know whether to scream or peel or banana. They're just, what do we do now? What do we do? I still think it would have been kind of a hoot to see Stephen Harper without that good head on his shoulders. He could have been like the Ichabod Crane of Canada. WQAM, hello. And back at you. WQAM, hello.
WHO is 1040 and KXC.
No, you don't care. Go away, okay? Die already. You're one. I'll make an exception for you. We're not talking about that today. WHO. In your case, I say WHAT, okay? What? Actually, there is a station, WHAT.
What?
I think Tanner works on it. I know what else he works on.
What?
5670560. Just relax, okay? Yeah, we don't. It was a rhetorical question. Just march right along, okay? Don't even go there, as they say.
I don't want to go there. I know he doesn't.
Yeah, well, good. Go ahead. I hope the two of you have a good time.
Other people
Maybe you
do,
take
but
Muff along with
I
you.
don't want to go there. No.
5670560, pound 560. We want some new and different people today. We want some women, man. We want some lady callers, and not that bitch that called the other day. What the hell was she battling about? Remember that one?
No.
That's the only lady caller we've had in about 6 months. I forget what that. She was a nut job. Don't remember her?
No.
Crazier than a bed bug. I bet you Josh remembers her.
You got to narrow it down.
Oh, yeah, her. She was bad.
WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Hey, listen, I just wanted to call to thank you for recommending me the show like 2 months ago about the History Channel. Remember?
On the History Channel?
Yeah, about the church and how they're hiding the papers under the Vatican.
Oh, on A&E, yeah, on the A&E.
A&E, yeah.
Illuminating Angels.
Yeah,
Illuminating Angels and Demons, right.
Right, that was the best documentary next to Fahrenheit 9/11. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, there's a guy that actually watched it. That's the first call I've had about that thing. There's somebody that actually watched it.
Right.
Well, we don't have the impact that we used to have
That
back
makes
when we
4
had an
of us.
audience. Back before Joe Bell came along and turned us into a Chinese laundry. It's just, I think I've got to make me a mid-year resolution just to stop forget about thinking about it, because if I think about it, then I talk about it. So there's no point in saying don't talk about it, because as long as you're thinking about it, then you are going to talk about it.
Maybe hypnotherapy or acupuncture.
That's what I need. I need to be deprogrammed, because I'm just so aghast that it's the 8th of June and they're still fumbling and bumbling. And I mean, if a running back fumbles the ball this many times, they're going to get farmed out, man. They're going to get shipped out to Siberia or somewhere, or to Ethiopia.
Well, you could always consider it this way.
Yeah.
Whatever they do, it's going to suck anyway. So.
Yeah, but they're not. But they're look. I wouldn't mind if they did something and it sucked, but they're not doing anything. Well, no, they're doing something all right. They're doing something. They're killing it. They're butchering it. If you hear any squealing noises, it's like a calf being butchered without any. That's what's happening to us here at QAM. Please assist us. Please throw us an anchor. Throw us a life raft.
Oh, wrong squeal. Sorry.
What is this thing? I'm so tired of this crap. There's nothing. Crackberries my ass.
I'll bet.
Oh, and
you got a lot of them.
At least Mo had dingleberries. I got
a lot of crackberries. Yeah.
I got instead of Martians in my pants. You know what I got?
Crackberries. You can
Different
play
planet,
marbles.
Uranus.
With them, yeah.
BlackBerry addicts have a crack at freedom when they check into one Chicago hotel. The manager will put the communication devices and others like them under lock and key for guests who want a break. Oh, give me a break, will you? Oh. Rick Ueno, general manager of the Sheraton Chicago Hotel, said the program began on Wednesday and grew out of his own personal BlackBerry addiction. His one-step recovery was switching to a regular cell phone. I was really addicted to my BlackBerry. I had an obsession with email, he told Reuters, morning and night. There came a time when I didn't think it was healthy. I quit cold turkey. Well, what's wrong with email? I don't understand that. It's just an added convenience. You don't have to go home or wherever your PC is.
And you don't have to pay any attention to it unless you want to.
Exactly. Many times I just turn it off for a few hours, and then when I turn it back on, it's vibrates and buzzes and pukes, and it catches up with whatever was on it, and that's fine. God. I run a hotel with over 900 employees and thousands of guests. I think I'm more effective. I feel better. I sleep better. My family likes it, he said of his post-BlackBerry life. The popular handheld devices called Crackberries, because users become so reliant on them, are made by Canadian-based research in Motion. It puts the motion in your packet. God. I can't say packet.
No.
Not no more. Especially now that the House passed that thing yesterday and the Bush is going to sign into law the new indecency bill. They're going to fine you $80 trillion. You're going to have to get the mayor, Manny Diaz's son, to print up a whole bunch of money. Tell him to forget about those 10s and 20s. We need $1,000 bills, okay, son? A lot of them. Got to print up a lot of phony bills to pay all them FCC fines that are coming down to everybody for being naughty and nice. In fact, look at that. They got Tony Snow on CNN right now. They ought to be fined for that. Damn it.
Oh, we're fine.
I mean, darn it. 1056 at 560 WQM, your used to be great station. Remember that Dare to Be Great with Glenn Turner with the hair lip, and I keep throwing that at you, and you still have no idea who that was?
Who?
I can't believe that. He had a hair lip.
I know a lot of
Dare
people.
to Be Great.
One of my best friends had a hair lip. Still does, I'm sure.
And you probably make fun of him.
I did, to his face.
Well, good. That's nice. That's very nice.
Jokes, yeah. He was a sport.
That would be like making fun of Blind Mike. 620 votes on the poll. Now, what are you thinking? We're at the end of the first hour. What's your initial take? On the poll, are we going to get to our 1,000 or not?
Yeah, whatever.
Very doubtful. What do you think, Josh?
Sure.
I think we got to get to 800 by noon. Can we do it?
Yes.
If you think you might have termites in your home, boy, I tell you, that article in the Herald yesterday on those Formosan termites, my God, those things are bigger than bowling balls. Call our friends at Ridditt Pest Control today for a free termite inspection before those critters chew up your whole house and cause just zillions of dollars in damage. Ridditt Pest Control uses that amazing orange oil treatment that kills termites and termite eggs 100% on contact. They're going faster than you can say that Todd Dreck is a shrimpy idiot. He's a what is it?
What?
Simp.
Oh.
If you have termites, it's the best possible way to eliminate them. See, I started to say that SH and you thought I was going to say something else. And, of course, he's that, too, you know. You don't have to tent your house when you call Ridditt because, oh, man, that thing is so embarrassing and humiliating and degrading. Everybody's running around the neighborhood pointing at your house going, unclean, unclean, when you have that tent. No worrying about poisonous gas, no moving out or staying in hotels or motels. No worrying about food or your pets and your health. Poor Tiny. They treat your home with this amazing orange oil. You don't have to leave it all. In fact, when they're done treating your property, the only thing left behind is a clean set of oranges for just a few days. It's true. If you have a termite problem or think you might have one starting, right now is the time to be calling Ridditt Pest Control and find out about this amazing, unduplicatable orange oil treatment that kills termites and their eggs 100% on contact. This is the way to do it. No tenting, no games, no kidding. Call right now for a free, no-obligation inspection. They'll come in to check it out for you and see if you've got a problem. 1-800-447-4348. That's 1-800-447-4348. Don't forget the magic trick when you call to really get great service. Tell them old Todd Dreck told you to call. They'll be over there in a heartbeat. 1-800-447-4348.
This is Neil Rogers. Rock solid. This is 560 QAM.
I'm a one, no Charlie. Jack, 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 Jack. Gas range. Gas range.
We're at the pump and we have to pay. Getting pissed as the price is up again. We say Bush's oil buddies are the ones to blame.
Absolutely.
$10 every time I turn the key. The profits are our pain and misery. We bleed while gas companies have a record day. I'm gonna scream and rip off the heads of those oil guys. This is the gouging that will make us realize we've got gas rage.
It's 11:02. Oh, look at that. Tony Snow's got that yellow band around his wrist. You know what that means?
No.
Limp wrist.
Oh.
637 votes on the poll so far. I don't know. I'm really dubious, man. We got to get to 800. I'd say 850 by the top of the noon hour. Or no. Oh, that's right. It's only 11:02. I'm thinking it's noon
that's
already.
Right.
And not that I want to push it, you understand. Not that I'm in a big hurry to get out of here.
But you are.
No, I'm not. We're going to take all the time we want. You know, because I just made up my mind during that break. I sat here thinking to myself, gosh dang it, as Buddy Bud Paxson would say, gosh dang it, I'm going to start doing the show the way I want to do it. I don't give a damn about Clarence, about Norma Kent, about Joe Bell and Ring a Bell and Ring a Ding Ding, and all these other idiots who pretend they know something about this business. You put the three of them together, they wouldn't know a radio if you shoved 4 dozen of them up their ass. I'm gonna, so to hell with that crossover thing. I don't like it,
I'll send an email. How's that?
No, I'm just telling you right now, it's not going to happen no more. Not with me sitting here, because whenever basically he's, working for us and not for somebody else, that's when we do it. When it's convenient. That's not programming. Programming is not. Well, we'll do something when it's convenient for us, when we feel like it, or when I don't have something better going on. Well, what kind of crap is that? That would be like my saying, "Oh, guess what? I won't be in tomorrow. I got something better to do."
Mm-hmm.
How do you think they would react to that? You think they would cotton to that?
They would say something along the lines of, "Oh my God," or something.
I don't know what the hell they'd say, but they sure as hell wouldn't just sit there with their finger up each other's ass. Well, they might. They've already got that. Now, I'm just going to start to do it. If I want to play a little music in here, whatever the hell we want to do, man. It's the Neil Rogers Show. It's not the Joe Bell Show. It's not the Clarence Darrow Show. It's not the Norma Kent Show, thank God, talking to 400-year-old geeks on the light bulb about their colostomy bag. My God. And he's representing me. How the hell did you ever hook me up with him?
With
Good
who?
God. Norma.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. It's the gay thing.
That must be it.
And the weed.
Red band. That must be it. The weed thing there. I knew there was a connection with you two somewhere along the line. The weed thing.
That's right. We're smoking bowls together.
Pipeline. The bonsai pipeline, yeah.
That's right. That water pipeline.
Red banners with urgent tags appeared on many Arab TV stations today as the region's major stations broke into regular programming to announce some of the biggest news in months. The death of terrorist Abu Musab al-Zarqawi, better known as Al. Islamic extremist websites were also quick to carry the news and, in their case, lament it. And that guy made a very good point, because they're showing the bombs. They keep showing this over and over again about how they dropped these big ones. They knew he was there. He looks pristine, man. He looks a little tired. But other than that, he looks no worse for wear, you know? Wouldn't you agree with that?
I would.
They don't even look like somebody hit him in the head with a rock.
I mean, but realistically speaking, you know, they dropped those bombs on the buildings, and you know how that happens. He got hit with debris, and he got killed.
But it doesn't look like he even got, like, schmutzed up a little bit.
Well, maybe they touched him up.
No, they wouldn't want to do that. They wouldn't, no. Look at that. There's the picture, man. He don't even look like he's got a zit.
What do you mean? There's like blood around his head like it got squished.
Get out of here. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, you're looking at it, but it's not. You've been looking at somebody's head, all right, but I think it's yours. Islamic extremist websites were lamenting it. A note posted on one website known as the Clearinghouse for Al-Qaeda in Iraq statements shortly after the news of al-Zarqawi's death broke on TV and said, "We hope this news is not true. If Sheikh al-Zarqawi has died, he will go to heaven, God willing, and there will be 200 million al-Zarqawis after him," said another note posted on the site. Maybe not 200 million, but it's going to be a whole lot of them. Now they're really going to get all whipped up and foaming at the mouth. Somebody said, a very wise philosopher said back 3 years ago when this whole crap started, they shouldn't poke that hornet's nest, and they made a bad mistake. Bad mistake. Look at the great job they did in Afghanistan. Not. And now they're doing the same great job in Iraq. It's bloodshed and murder and insanity and lunatic. 2,500 Americans are dead. 18,000 more injured, many of those without limbs and eyes and body parts that they might like to have held on to in order for this to happen. Wowee. Now, don't you feel a lot safer?
I sure do.
Wasn't he a threat to us here in America?
It's safe to go back to the mall now. Did you just get cut off?
But don't confuse the media with that. No, don't confuse them with that point. Because freedom's on the march. And mission's accomplished. Oh, yeah. Here's another mission accomplished. I'm going to tell you right now, you can blame the Bush people all you want. There is no question. It's not even a debatable point. The American media are the ones, if you want to point the finger, man. Take that big, nasty finger. In fact, I don't even care what you got on it. And just point it right in their direction. Because they are co-conspirators. Without them, this could never have all unfolded the way it has. This butchery. And by the way, here's an article by Catherine Schrader on Capitol Hill Blue, your very favorite website. I don't want to read the whole thing. I don't want to get too newsy. But she says the death of al-Qaeda in Iraq's leader, Abu Musab al-Zarqawi, allowed U.S. counterterrorism officials an initial sigh of relief at what they hailed as a significant development, but they quickly cautioned against expecting it to end terror operations or violence in Iraq. U.S. General George Casey, the top U.S. commander in Iraq, told reporters that the development would not end the insurgency, and an official in Washington who requested anonymity said it should not cause anyone to have unrealistic expectations. As the day wore on, and news of the U.S. military's most dramatic victory in Iraq in recent months dominated casual conversations in the NATO building, Defense Secretary Rumsfeld stayed publicly mum and out of reach of the media. The impact of al-Zarqawi's death is nonetheless symbolic. The U.S. hasn't seen the elimination of such an iconic figure since former President Saddam Hussein was found in an underground bunker in late 2003, alleged. Remember they said that story was also fabricated?
Right.
Al-Zarqawi was considered, well, we know this, bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bop, and et cetera and so on. Yeah. You ain't seen nothing yet. You're dealing with crazy people who are living in the Stone Age, who have little or no respect for human life, especially ours, by the way.
Right.
Speaking of crazy people, Pat Robertson claims to outlift linebackers. Feel the burn. It burns, he said. Evangelist concedes he cheated when leg pressing a ton. He cheated a little bit. Religious Brian's got a picture of him here. It's just hysterical. It's like the picture of Mao Zedong, swimming across the Yangtze River. Remember that?
Yes, I do. We got two faxes about that already today.
About what?
The Pat Robertson story you're reading right now.
I'm on top of it here. Just realize this is like Norma Kent sending me that stupid, idiotic email yesterday about the indecency bill. Going, I can't handle it. I'm just so sick and tired of all these experts out there.
They're helping. They're helping.
They're not helping. The only thing he's helping me too is like stepping out on my patio and jumping from several floors up. That's about what he's got me on the verge of doing. We're getting ready. My vacation is after next week, and then we got the summer schedule going. Why, just like you said, why do you want to stick that thing in the locust cage?
Mm-hmm. Why do you want to
rattle a hornet's nest? Why do it? Just leave bad enough alone, Norma. Okay, just stop confabulating. And he don't speak for me. He hasn't got any idea what the hell's going on, what the issues are.
I'm sure he'll make something up.
That are programmed. Well, just like you keep making up stories about how they keep discombobulating our studio when they have these ball games on.
Well, you know, I'm a troublemaker. That's
Clarence
all I
keeps
am.
saying you're a troublemaker and you're a liar. This has been going on for the 7.5 years we've been in that studio there on the 3rd floor, and they've been doing it every single time. The children they got running in there.
Even
they
when you were
play
here,
the
when you were here
sports
to see it
playpen.
with your own eyes.
I know. I've seen it a million times. And every time you go in, especially on a Monday morning after they've diddled around with everything in there, and all the settings are unset and we can't get the thing on there, it takes us 15 minutes or 20 minutes or a half an hour just to get back to being able to communicate again. Oh, no, George just makes those things up. He's just a troublemaker, blah, 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 you know.
And
I think you ought to get a hitman for Clarence. I think with that big raise you got now, that Norma got you. Get a hitman for that.
Don't go
piece
tipping
of
my
turd.
hand over here. You don't know what
Turd on 2 legs, man. In fact, I heard that he couldn't. Robert told me that he had that hot date. You know, he couldn't get to third base, much less he couldn't even get to first base. Religious broadcaster Pat Robertson says it's the God's honest truth. Of course, he's talking about
Neil, God!
He did indeed once leg press a ton when he was almost 73 and had prostate cancer, and still regularly lifts up to 1,200 pounds with his legs. The only pounds he's lifting are pounds of manure. Okay.
Oh, hey, there's another picture, a fresher.
Oh, now there's a little bit of blood that looks like it was smeared on the side of his cheek. That looks about as phony as a $42 bill.
It's like paint.
Yeah, where did that come from all of a sudden? It wasn't on the other picture. They acknowledged that the way he leg presses would not be legal in a bodybuilding competition. Yeah, when I see Pat Robertson, that's what I always think of, bodybuilder. Isn't that what you think of?
Uh-huh.
Great athlete.
Just like Jack LaLanne.
Oh, yeah. Jack LaLanne, by the way, has got that juicer. He just turned 91. You don't look a day over 150. And you know, his wife, you ever seen that infomercial?
No.
You never saw that? For the Jack LaLanne juicer?
Sorry.
And his wife is on there, and that cross-eyed bitch is on, who's just nauseating with the much too much lipstick on. And he's like feeble. He's standing there in his spandex outfit and like, mommy, you know, like, and he starts pretending he's drinking the glass of juice, and he like puts it to his lips and starts shaking so much, mommy's got to put the glass down. He just turned 148, Jack LaLanne. He's a miracle of modern science. The 700 Club host feed is recounted on the website of his Christian Broadcasting Network in Virginia Beach, but sports experts question the assertion in recent weeks, with one noting that the leg press record for football players at FSU is 665 pounds less. A spokeswoman recently released a photo she said showed Robertson leg pressing 2,000 pounds on February 1st, 2003. Robertson had surgery to remove a cancerous prostate gland later that month and turned 73 that March. I wonder why the Lord smote him, you know, he's a man of God. I did at one time, one rep, but I had built up to it for about 3 years, Robertson insisted on Wednesday in a telephone interview with the A&P, the first time he's spoken with a reporter since the leg press brouhaha. Robertson said his doctor encouraged him to leg press weights to strengthen his bad knees. Well, if he's a man of the Lord, why don't you just ask God to heal his knees, or go see Ernest Ainsley?
That's right.
Or what's his name? Benny Huna.
Benny Henna.
He said he did the 2,000-pound lift on an incline leg press with the machine's brake on, which means he didn't have to lift the weight the whole way. When the professionals do it, they take the brake off, let the weight come all the way down, and if you don't have a lot of help, you've got a Volkswagen sitting on your hips. I didn't do that, he said. Oh, such a liar, such a neurotic nutjob. And all these old ladies are sending him all their money, you know, all their dead husbands' money.
Yeah, an old man with bad knees can push that much weight.
Right. Good golly, Miss Molly. Now, he wouldn't lie to us, you understand that? In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we sent him down to Venezuela to knock off Hugo Chavez. He's the man. In fact, wouldn't you like to see him kickboxing with Hugo Chavez? Wouldn't that be great?
I know who to put my money on.
I think even Pat Morita might come back to make that movie. Look how many votes we got on the poll right now. Oh, my God.
Natural. Print it up.
666. Holy moly, maybe a day late. Better late than never. Which of these issues do you care about most? Obviously, none of them too much. The economy, 172. The war in Iraq, 171, which now I think is basically over, now that we got Big Al. Education, 83. Legalizing pot, 70. As if it's some debatable issue, right? Oh, it's bad for you, right. Let me ask you something. What's worse for you, smoking pot or eating refined sugar?
Well, there's no separating them, you know.
I'm just telling you right now, which is worse?
If you smoke pot, you're going to go for the donuts.
I think the sugar people all belong in jail.
That's right.
All the people who manufacture ice cream and candy, they all ought to be in prison.
And let's make it illegal to be fat, you know, because it's unhealthy and it'll kill
Freedom
you.
of speech, 66. Illegal immigration, 64. I hate this poll, 24. Gay marriage, only 10, 1.4%. Abortion rights, only 5. That's because we got no women. And flag burning, 5 out of 673. We better get over that 800 mark by noon, just to be on the safe side. I think we got it made. I think you're getting a little bit nervous prematurely. 14 past 11. Don't forget we got Geldy from the NBA Finals in Dallas, baby. Your Miami Heat and the Dallas Mavericks. Oh, my goodness. The tension is so thick you could cut it with your toenail. You cut it with your digit. If you have a business and need to get customers away from the competition, then here's the perfect business partner for you. Pubset Printing and Design. Pubset can design and print everything you need in your arsenal. Just look at the display booth they made about me. It's a picture of it on our website at the bottom of the page. You will laugh your ass off. Or see even more of their phenomenal work at PubsetSF.com. Pubset can print everything from your business cards to banners, posters, and their specialty trade show booths and displays. Pubset Design and Printing, the very best for over 14 years, and Pubset can handle it all in-house for you. Call 954-772-7275. That's 954-772-7275, or better yet, see for yourself on their website, the great stuff they do at PubsetSF.com. Look your best and get those new customers. It's your business, and it's Pubset's business to make you look great and get you a lot more customers. Call 954-772-7275 or go to their website, PubsetSF.com. And be sure to look for my gross, nasty picture on their building on Dixie Highway, just north of Commercial Boulevard. That's enough said. It really is gruesome. Choose the very best Pubset Printing and Design. Call them at 954-772-7275. Tell them that ugly old Neil told you to call.
This is Neil Rogers.
You parrot.
This is 560 QAM.
And whatever the heck it is, and the people that call in, they're just like them, like that they're on the, the weeds, and they're high, and I mean, it's terrible. For years that I've been listening to 610, and this here.
How about this here?
That there?
Failed my test, caught again. Another season shot down the drain. Marijuana inhalation is fogging up my brain. Fourth offense, so I'm told. I am full of Acapulco Gold runner, a bong shotgunner. NFL, tell me why can't I play when I'm a little high? In a goal line situation, I'll float over the line, take the pitch, run it straight, jump the line and score, and then they give us 6 points. And I smoke 2 joints, smoking ganja, ganja.
All right.
Absolutely.
So effed up, can't you see? I could have paid someone to be for me. Well, I should have been born Jamaican. I smoke enough for 3. Hey there, ref, hold my roach. Think they called my number, how come no one's chasing? Which way am I facing? Smoking ganja, ganja, ganja.
Poor Ricky, man. Poor misunderstood Ricky. Since he got a haircut, though, and cleaned up his act, he's still the same. 21 past 11 at 560. This fax is from somebody at the Everlasting Covenant Church. Do you notice that?
Uh-huh.
What's that mean? It says there was a general on CNN this morning who said they cleaned up Al Zarqawi, and look at the way this is spelled. Al Zarqawi, before they photographed him. This is the emis, it says. The emis from somebody at the Everlasting Covenant Church. I think you got an infiltrator over at the church. How do you like that?
Uh-huh.
Next thing, he's going to be peddling Kreplach over there.
Yeah, I got to blow my nose.
He's going to be peddling Kreplach as wontons. 693 votes on our poll. I think we'll make it, no problem. I don't know what all the pressure is. You get so panicky. God. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. I've got a huge pile, just a gigantic pile. Then there was that Saudi guy that threatened to blow up a Delta Airlines flight because he was upset he was denied a job as an interpreter for U.S. military in Iraq. See that guy?
No.
Opponents of Washington State's new gay civil rights law failed to submit enough voter signatures this week to force a statewide ballot on the issue this fall. The anti-gay bigots failed in Washington State. Officer at Fort Lewis calls the Iraq war illegal and refuses the order to go. He will not go. Got all kinds of really good stuff here in this pile. Too bad I'm not going to waste my time reading it. Got a story about how bad do you have to go. At some schools, it's bathroom breaks versus grades. You can only go when they tell you it's time to go, not when nature tells you it's time to go. So just, drop whatever it is in your pants, 1, 2, and 3. Right?
Right.
It's the way to do it. 567. This is my last call for calls. Then I'm going to My Music. That'll be part of my new strategy on the show. Because I think that reading all these stupid bedtime stories is killing the show. Between that and that stupid crossover. You know, when we first came to this radio station, I want you to stop and think about this. And here it is 8.5 years later, and it isn't any different than it was then. All they had on air was sports. That's all it was.
Right.
They didn't have, not only did they not have the foggiest idea of what we do on the show, they also resented it and they hated it like poison.
That's right.
And for the first time, you finally unloaded to me yesterday the real truth about, before I even started on the air.
What? You knew all about that.
What?
You just
I forgot. I'm old. All the buzz in the building, I forgot.
Because I sure as hell unloaded it, back then.
Yeah. All they talked about, oh, my God, he doesn't do sports, that old fag, we don't need him on the station, blah, 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 he's going to kill us, and we got all that great Chris Moore on here, and the Bookster,
Gay.
We got all this one. See, the one thing about us, man, if we, bailed out of here right now, at least then they could have ones and twos all day long, really be consistent. That's the one thing ingredient lacking on this radio station now is consistency. They could have 1 and 2 shares all day long.
Like they did before.
Right. That's right. Like before we invaded their territory. So they haven't got a freaking clue what it is we do on this show. And the idea that they're they just make up stories. Yeah. Just leave us alone, okay? We don't have any problem between 10 and 2. And isn't that what I always said?
Mm-hmm.
Just like an IOD, the same philosophy, man. Mess with success. If it ain't broken, fix it. If it ain't broke, mess with it. Just like Greg Reed did there. He broke the egg. What'd I tell you about that Humpty Dumpty syndrome? Break the egg. He picked it up and dropped it and smashed it into a million little pieces. And now, oh, gee, what do we do? Oh, gee. I don't know. Don't ask me. That was really something when our fearless leader says to me, well, we have a plan, but what would you do? I think Harry Carey might have the answer. I'm not talking about the baseball announcer. He's dead. I'm talking about the Japanese. I'm talking about committing sausages. How about taking that machete and slicing a few heads? That couldn't hurt. I think that's a good idea. Let's send those terrorists from here all down there to kick some ass.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of some people who really deserve being beheaded. A federal judge in Oregon ruled Wednesday that the Vatican can be sued in connection with the sexual misconduct of a Servite priest who's accused of abusing children in Ireland, Chicago, and Portland, Oregon. He sure spread it around, man. The suit accuses the Vatican of conspiring with Roman Catholic bishops and a Servite religious order more than 50 years ago to transfer Reverend Andrew Ronan to St. Philip High School in Chicago after he molested a minor in an Irish parish. Perish the thought. The priest abused 3 other minors in the early 1960s. Now I realize why all of the celebrities that have tons of money, they either buy their own island like Marlon Brando did in the South Pacific, or they go to Hawaii, because it's paradise. And they just get away from all this crap, get away from all the idiots and the crap. It's just pathetic. All these religionists, all these getchkis. The priest abused 3 other minors in the early 60s at the now-closed Westside High School, according to the lawsuit. He was then transferred to a church in Portland. Yeah, they just shift him around, man. That's the Catholic Church effing way, where he allegedly abused the plaintiff as a teenager. Ronan has since died. U.S. District Judge Michael Mosman ruled that because the Holy See had ultimate authority over bishops and religious superiors, it did not qualify for foreign sovereign immunity and could be named as a defendant. Well, good. Good. I'd sue their ass, man. Sue their ass for billions. God only knows how much money they're hanging out. And probably all the Vatican banking scandal. The Pope's got, just for that wardrobe alone, he's got to have a lot of cash. For those snappy red shoes and that lovely dress that he wears, the Nazi Pope.
Right.
And, of course, his predecessor, man, was he a fashion plate.
Ooh.
Slob on the slab. 700. Oh, by the way, so the facts did say they cleaned him up a little bit, Zarqawi. But you know something? Just brushing off a little blood from the side of his cheek there, they looked like he had a little bit too much rouge on or something,
Mm-hmm.
Here's a fax that says, every time I heard the name Al Zarqawi, I was immediately pictured the goofy Indians in F Troop. Can either of you remember the name of the Indian? I never watched F Troop. Did you watch that?
No,
I said
F Troop.
that.
Yeah.
Huh?
No.
Well, we can Google it right now during the break, and we'll have it for you.
Or just wait for Boca Brian to hear the question and type it in the little box.
Can either of you remember the name of the Indian or Indians with a similar name? Please help in F Troop. And I'm sure that Chicken Neck will tell you to F off.
That's right.
27 past 11 at 560 WQM. I've been telling you for many, many, many years now to call 1-800-MATTRESS whenever you need a bed when the old mattress is embarrassingly worn out and lumpy and saggy and soiled and schmutzy and smells like crazy. They can deliver the mattress within an 8-2-hour window that you pick. They have knowledgeable bedding consultants and lots more. It's an unbeatable deal all the way around. The best, the easiest piece of shopping that anybody could do. And if you thought that dialing 1-800-MATTRESS on the phone was easy, check them out on the wicked World Wide Web at mattress.com. Shop on the web anytime the mood strikes you, day or night, with product details, prices, and photos. You can check out online, too, or you can call to place your order and schedule your delivery. Get factory direct prices lower than the so-called big sales at those chain stores, plus 12-month financing is available for you, too. Dollar Mattress has got the complete line of all the top names in the business. I mean, their deal is unbeatable all the way around. Delivery, price, and selection. Sealy, Serta, King Coil, Simmons, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns, and Bananas Foster. When you call 1-800-Mattress, you'll get low prices on the best brands, and Dollar Mattress continues to be ranked #1 in the world in customer satisfaction. I've been using them for years, and this is the only smart way to get you a new mattress. Call them toll-free, 1-800-Mattress. That's 1-800-MATTRES. Leave off the last S because it stands for stupendous savings.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
This is the Neil Rogers Show. This is your brain. Any questions? Absolutely.
Turd. You jackass.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
No.
6:37, so I printed out this page. Welcome to the website dedicated to the stars of the TV series F Troop. And there are no names even remotely like Al Zarqawi or Al Goldstein or Al Schwartz or Al Rosen.
Boca Brian wrote the whole cast down in the little cat box.
I wish you wouldn't have done that because I got it right here. I didn't, I do have a computer. Captain Wilton Parmenter, played by Ken Berry. Wrangler Jane, Angelica Thrift, played by Melody Patterson. Corporal Randolph Agarn, Larry Storch. And it's got a bunch of other people here. Crazy Cat, that was one of the Indians, Don Diamond. Kissing Squaw, Marilyn Tucker. Troop Hoppenmuller, played by John Mitchum, he's dead. A lot of these people are dead. Sergeant Morgan O'Rourke, played by Forrest Tucker, he's also dead. Medicine Man Roaring Chicken, played by Edward Everett Horton. Edward Everett Horton was like he was in Fractured Fairy Tales.
That's right.
Trooper Duffy, played by Bob Steele, who's also dead. And Chief Wild Eagle, played by Frank DeCova, who's also dead. A lot of dead people from F Troop. But anyway, those are the names of those are the characters. Anyway, nobody like Al Zarqawi. So whoever sent this fax, get you some help immediately, if not sooner, okay? You clown, you silly person, you idiot. 3 Roman Catholic priests. Here's more of this propaganda you keep sending me.
Right.
Nothing worse than a fallen Catholic, man. Lord is going to smite you and smote you, and then he's going to attack both of your knees, and you won't be able to press more than 4 ounces.
He just smite.
3 Roman Catholic priests accused of sexually abusing minors have been permanently barred from working as priests, the Archdiocese of Detroit says. Anthony Conti, 57, formerly of All Saints Parish in Memphis. Edmund Borges, 65, formerly of St. Michael Parish in Livonia. Oh, Livonia, Michigan, man. Former home of DRC, Wolverine Harness Raceway. And home of Skipper's Table Buffet. And Michael Malawi, 51, of St. Joseph Parish in Maybe, lost all their lengthy appeals to the Vatican, the Archdiocese said Monday. Conti is no longer a priest, while Borges and Malawi officially remain clerics but can't participate in the ministry or represent themselves publicly as priests, the Detroit News says. In other words, they can't wear that collar, that little white tab under their collar.
Stop them.
It's frustrating for everyone that these cases have taken so long, said Court of Appeals Judge Michael Talbot, who heads an Archdiocese board that oversees the protection of children. Oh, yeah, an Archdiocese board that oversees the protection of children. Right. Oh, my God. It's been frustrating for those who have been... I wonder if Michael Jackson serves on that board. It's been frustrating for those who have been accused because they wanted to know the answers. It's been especially frustrating for victims of abuse, he told the Detroit Free Press. The 3 men had defended themselves for years against the charges, which all involved allegations of sexual misconduct. Did I say against the charges? The newspaper said they couldn't reach them for comment. Thus far, 18 cases have been completed by the Vatican since 2004, with only 1 priest being returned to the ministry. The Archdiocese awaits word on the 6 other cases. Oh, there are the cases, all right. All these silly men running around in dresses just waiting to molest your children. All you people keep running, schlepping every weekend, putting the money in the plate, and you're rubbing your rosary beads, and you're doing the Hail Marys. Mm-hmm. Seriously, I think everybody ought to go see The Omen, even if they go see the new one. Because it's a really good reminder of all the trappings, the crappings and the trappings of this ridiculous, corrupt institution.
But they like that stuff. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Man, the more the merrier. In fact, old King Cole was a merry old soul.
That's what I heard.
Only at least he didn't wear a dress, though, like the Pope and the bishops. And, of course, the Swiss Guard. That's another story altogether. What do you think the Swiss Guard are doing most of the time?
Swishing?
No, the Pope.
Oh.
745 votes on the poll so far. I think we got a shot at it. We'll get over 800 by the top of the hour. I think we'll ease on in. Well, we're close to 800. Which of these issues do you care about most? The war in Iraq, 191. The economy, 187. Education, 95. Freedom of speech, 81. Legalizing pot, 75. Illegal immigration, 66. I got another one for you in a minute. I hate this poll, 26. Gay marriage, 11, only 1.4%. That's about the same as all the other polls, a little over 1% maybe, or a little less. Abortion rights, 7, and flag burning, 6. Oh, my God. And even Hillary, who's busy knocking Ann Coulter, ripping her an ass. Nice going, Hillary, but you're an idiot. Even she's on the bandwagon. Oh, let's have an amendment to outlaw burning the flag. You know something? If I go into a store, we've been through this a million times before. If I buy a T-shirt at Kmart, and I want to take it home and burn it in a wastebasket, that's my business, okay? It's
or
my
in the
property.
backyard, around the barbecue, or whatever.
Yeah, if I want to take an American flag and stick it on a barbecue around those T-bone steaks, that's my business. It's my property. I'll do whatever the hell I want with it.
That's right.
It is so embarrassingly juvenile and idiotic and pathetic. It's just like the marijuana laws. It's the same thing. America is a society that refuses to grow up. It just absolutely don't want to grow up. And, of course, we're trying to export that same kind of juvenile, just like the thing warning the Germans about prostitution in Germany during the World Cup. Mind your own business, okay? Just like always warning the Dutch about their drug laws. Mind your own stinking business. Try not just to export, but to impose your values on the rest of the world. And they wonder why the world hates America like poison. They're getting pretty sick and tired of this dictatorial deal that's going on. Oh, I have one more for the poll, and I'm serious.
All right.
The survival of QAM. Don't you think many of our listeners are very concerned about that?
Yeah, we're adding it right now.
And wouldn't you suggest that that's a hell of a much greater priority than fag marriages?
This is Neil Rogers.
You fairy.
This is 560 QAM.
Drudge packing?
Uh-huh. You know, I think I just came up with a perfect solution for the, I don't want to say the final solution, but the perfect solution for this all Middle Eastern problem, you know, all those countries over there and all the Jews and the Arabs and the Goyim and everybody hates each other. I think we're just going to have to nuke them.
Okay.
Flatten them.
Nothing to fight over then.
Right, that's correct. And, of course, there's always a few innocent pain-in-the-ass bystanders, just like this Al-Zarqawi bombing this morning. There were some, like, women and children, but, you know, you get in the way. You know, if they were smart, they wouldn't have gotten in the way in the first place.
They shouldn't have attacked us.
That is correct. So there's always some collateral damage, as they call it. But it's one of those things, the price you have to pay for freedom, man. Freedom's on the march. And so I'm thinking that all of those Middle Eastern countries, just flatten them, man. Just eviscerate them. And leave us alone. And that's all we want. Just leave us the hell alone. Leave us out of all your battles, man, over all your nonsense and your mumbo-jumbo and your seafood gumbo and all this other crap. Just leave people be, man. They can't do it. They can't do it because they're crazy people. And like I've told you for a very long time, the religious people are all, it's just a matter of degree. And, of course, so many of you would say, oh, well, not me. Yeah, you are. If you're one of the God Squad, no matter what your particular brand of poison is, it's still poison.
That's right.
It's still grotesque, and it's still really ridiculous. It's man-made nonsense.
I'm not religious. I'm spiritual.
Oh, yeah, spiritual. Remember I was talking about that? Now, what does that mean? Does anybody have any idea?
No.
It's just another stupid word that
I
people
don't
make.
like the other label.
Spiritual.
Right.
I'm in touch with the outer space. I'm in touch with Uranus. Yeah. Well, quit touching it. A major wrestling match in Congress over control of the Internet features some strange tag teams, rockers and evangelicals, versus phone companies and the Bell's usually biggest adversary, cable TV companies. Rockers and evangelists. Or maybe it's that Christian rock. Huh?
Right.
Remember that song by Simon and Garfunkel, I Am a Rock, and what are you eating now?
Pizza.
Pizza from Tony's.
All for me.
You know it.
Oh. Thanks a lot, Brad. I may not be there, but I can smell it from here. He's got good stuff,
great.
man.
Yeah,
Good.
Good hot ovens.
Mm.
Josh has a slice in each hand.
How about pizza?
Yeah, that too.
The most far-reaching telecommunications bill in a decade has as its main purpose making it easier for phone companies to compete against cable companies and offering the equivalent of cable TV, and streamlining the approval process for both. The promise to consumers is lower prices and more choices. But the biggest controversy is a different issue, so-called net neutrality. The idea is that all websites should get the same treatment from cable and phone companies for use of their broadband, high-speed Internet lines. The rockers and evangelists, joined by Microsoft, Google, and Yahoo, fear that telephone and cable companies who control the Internet highway will put their own products in the fast lanes and relegate those unwilling to pay premium fees to poorer quality and slower service. We want to be in the fast lane, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Like Superman, he wanted to be in the lowest lane. In their corner are the Christian Coalition, oh my goodness, National Religious Broadcasters, and Gun Owners of America, as well as MoveOn.org and recording artists R.E.M., the Indigo Girls, and Moby. Oh, my God.
You fairy.
If Congress guts... I'm sure glad that Moby ain't gay. If Congress guts net neutrality, independent music and news sites will be choked off, consumer choice will be limited, and the Internet will become a private toll road auctioned off by companies like AT&T, Moby said in a statement at a recent Capitol Hill event. Both the House and Senate bills, sponsored by the chairman of their two Commerce committees, respectively Representative Joe Barton, Republican of Texas, and Senator the unctuous Ted Stevens, Republican of Alaska, address net neutrality, but in language that critics say is too weak to prevent discrimination. Simply put, net neutrality legislation endangers both the future of video choice and the accelerated broadband investment that's just beginning to gain traction, Verizon Executive Vice President Tom Tauke testified at a recent Senate hearing. So here once again, we're just going to hand it over as a monopoly to a few folks, or are we going to probably yes?
We're going to do the wrong thing.
Yeah, we always do the wrong thing. Now here's somebody that's doing the right thing. One thing about this show, man, we love Wendy's. Always have, always will.
Right.
I might just go to Wendy's today and bring home a couple of those onion, bacon, whatever those things are, with that cheese,
Mm-hmm. Had Wendy's this weekend.
Huh?
Had some this weekend.
Bring them home and heat them up in the microwave, nuke them a little bit, and then, of course, throw away the bread. I can't eat the bread. And, of course, who the hell needs the bread? When you got 16 patties of that good stuff with all kinds of cheese dripping down and onions and... Oh, man. Wendy's International said today it's going to begin frying French fries and breaded chicken items with non-hydrogenated oil, continuing a shift to offer healthier menu choices. The country's third-largest burger chain said the blend of corn and soy oil has... one of the great calls of all time, one of the most stupid people I ever heard in my life. Was it on Monday that idiot called about olive oil and all the carbohydrates?
Right.
Either way, he was trying to be a smart-ass, which is probable, because nobody can be that stupid, or he's just a moron.
Or you'd be surprised.
Just an idiot. Oh, yeah, don't use the olive oil, man. Just load it with carbs.
Right.
What? The country's third-largest burger chain said the blend of corn and soy oil has 0 grams of artery-clogging trans fat per serving and will cut trans fat in those menu items by 95%.
Wow, I'm going twice.
Wendy's will begin using the oil in its 6,300 restaurants in the U.S. and Canada in August. I'll wait till August to go. Trans fat raises bad cholesterol and lowers good cholesterol. Eating just 5 grams of trans fat a day raises the risk of heart disease by 25%, research shows. Well, I also saw a story, but I can't find it on the web, that Hispanics react much better to Hispanics with high blood pressure react much better to hypertension drugs than non-Hispanics. Which is a damn good thing, because some of you people get so emotional and hysterical,
Mm-hmm.
Pop a couple of pills, man, and calm down. Pop a couple now. Russia's got some oxys for you. And take away the pain in Spain. The new oil will reduce trans fat to 0 grams for Wendy's chicken sandwiches, chicken nuggets, and chicken strips. A large order of fries will go from 7 grams to 0.5 grams. That's kind of like our numbers, from 7 to 0.5. While an order of fries from the kids' menu will have 0 grams. The big O. Wendy's, based in the Columbus suburb of Dublin, Ohio. I never heard of Dublin, Ohio, did you?
No.
Said it's working to further reduce trans fats in fries that occurs when suppliers partially cook the potatoes before shipping them to restaurants. Well, potatoes, I can't have that anyway.
Heard of Dublin over.
Plus, I don't want them. Fries and sandwiches cooked in the new oil taste and cost exactly the same, Estrada said. I wonder if he's kin to Eric Estrada. Hey, Eric.
You fairy.
Wendy's also has to train workers on how to use the new oil, which has a shorter shelf life than the old one. Oh, we don't want them using no bad oil, man.
While you're at it, train them to actually cook the fries and serve them hot.
Wendy's has been working on the new oil for 2 years and testing it for a year at 370 restaurants in Florida, North Carolina, West Virginia, and Ontario. McDonald's Corp pledged 4 years ago to switch to an oil that would cut in half the level of trans fats in the top-selling chain's fries. However, Chief Executive Jim Skinner said in April that the Oak Brook, Illinois-based company was still testing the oil and didn't know when they'd make the change. They said maybe from now until next circus. Earlier this year, Wendy's cut all trans fat from salad dressings, and last year the chain started offering margarine with 0 grams of fat per serving for baked potatoes. Margarine? I thought margarine's bad for you.
It is.
Oh. In 2000, so don't skip the baked potato, okay? Because the baked potato, that's the deadly nightshades, man. The deadly nightshades. Whatever that means. You ever see that?
Yes.
Potatoes. In 2004, in fact, don't potatoes have like a tube in them? Tuber?
If you want to, you can tuber.
I'm opening up a chain called Tubers for Goobers. In 2004, it began offering combo meal choices that allow customers to pick chili, a baked potato, or a side salad instead of fries, and offering milk and fruit for substitution in kids' meals. Do not serve your kids milk, okay, unless you're a crazy person. There are no animals that drink the milk of other animals, okay? It doesn't happen in nature. It's just unnatural, unclean. My God, what are you people thinking about? Next thing, you'll be eating sugar. I'm off the sugar, man, today, and yesterday, and Tuesday. My 3rd day off sugar. Aren't you proud?
Very.
I'm wearing it proudly on my icy sleeve. And you know why? Because in honor of tonight's game. 786 votes. I told you we'd be closing on 800 by the noon hour. And I think we'll be okay. I'm not really sure, though. I'm a little crapitation on this one. By the way, that is coming up after the break, the entire uncensored crapitation concert.
All right. This is Neil Rogers. All right. This is 560 QAM.
Well, it be the 12 to 1 hour on WQAM.
Oh, look at who that is. Everybody look at who that is. Lordy, Lordy, look at who that is. Daddy with the T-ribs. He's a racing whiz. Race around in his car, that is. The race driver that never wins. Daddy Willie's he rids.
Now see here, all you kids. They call me Mr. Ribs. One day soon I'll win a race in my Rocket 88. Oh, well, hey, baby, you sure look fine today.
Mr. Ribs, did you win the race?
Oh, well, I came in at 35th place.
Well, you earned yourself some ribs on the plate.
Forget that, honey. How's about a date?
Ain't gonna take that chance. Not if you keep coming in last.
Is that why you don't go out with me?
You ain't too slow. You can't compete.
Well, I may be slow on the street, but I sure be fast on my feet.
Maybe they washed off Al Zarqawi's face a little because they didn't want to inflame the Muslim street too much with some grotesque, bloody pictures, or maybe because they didn't want to remind the American public of the blood and guts involved in everything that's going on over there.
That's possible. Yeah, we sure don't want to piss off the Muslims.
Oh, that's for damn sure. We don't want to get them fundamentalist lunatics all whipped up into a frenzy. That's why we stirred the hornet's nest. We poked it. 803 votes in the poll so far. I think we got that 1,000 made in the shade. Well, don't count it before we hatch it. Jason Grimsley. You know who that is, Josh?
I've heard of that name.
Jason Grimsley, who was cut by the Arizona Diamondbacks yesterday after admitting to steroid use.
Oh, yeah.
See, he's already, you notice the tone in his voice? You want to know why he's negative about this?
What is negative about that?
Because this story is about his hero. He's only got one hero.
What are you talking about?
Your hero. What do you mean what I'd be talking about?
Ron Jeremy?
Ron Jeremy, about his hero. Jason Grimsley was cut by the Diamondbacks yesterday after admitting to steroid use was only a pawn in federal agents' attempt to gather evidence against Barry Bonds, Grimsley's attorney told the Arizona Republic newspaper. They're after Barry's ass, man, and boy, it's a big target. According to Grimsley's lawyer, Edward F. Novak, the feds tried to pressure Grimsley into wearing a listening device to lure other players into confidential conversations, all in an effort to find evidence against Bonds of steroid use. Now, why they got to single poor Barry out? Even I think that's a little bit over the top, you know?
Good point.
Oh, I'm so shocked you said that. It was a specific effort to target Bonds, Novak told the Republic. We were told that Jason's cooperation was necessary to their case. Come on, leave poor Barry alone, okay, just because he's a hard ass and got a crappy attitude. 13 federal agents searched his home in Scottsdale, Arizona, that is Jason Grimsley, for 6 hours Tuesday, but they wouldn't reveal what they found. Investigators who cracked the Balco steroid scandal in San Francisco said Grimsley initially cooperated in the probe, but withdrew his assistance in April, prompting the search on Tuesday. It's red on my bed, and Randy wasn't even sitting there. Look at that. It's still green?
Let me try to refresh it, because you know.
Yeah, refresh it, you lazy baby. Oh, no, it just turned green again.
Okay,
you missed the red.
I got 2 dropouts, but it's still green.
No, it was red, now it's back to green. See, you missed all the good stuff in between.
Damn it, I blinked.
When it turned back to green. Well, that was real quick. I think probably because I opened up a big mouth on that, all of a sudden somebody went around, we better unmess that, you know? Mm-hmm. We understand you're trying to sabotage the show, Joyce and Clarence. We know what's going on behind the scenes. You're not fooling anybody. In fact, you know what I think their devious plans are? They're like your fat-ass governor. They got devious plans. You know what I think their plans really are?
I give up.
And they're working really well, too. I think what they would like to do, especially before the summer schedule's coming up, you know, they'd like to get me pissed off enough to get me to take a walk. I really believe that now.
Yeah?
No, I was never that... that conspiratorial-minded before, and I never give these people enough credit to be thinking that way. But that's got to be it. It's got to be that.
Thinking about it.
Because, first of all, we don't do sports. I mean, especially at a time when everybody's talking about, we're just peeing on their parade, man. It's 4 hours they could be talking a lot about, and then that, too. Who the hell wants to hear about Abu Musab al-Zarqawi and about Ann Coulter and Hillary Clinton and indecency bills in the Congress and a bunch of great calls that we got who aren't talking about that? By the way, I heard that, what's-his-name ain't playing tonight, Dwayne Wade. I heard it through the grapevine.
Who?
Ben Harper told me. Said Dwayne Wade ain't playing. Or Shaq. And Pat Riley's got a hair appointment. 815 votes on the poll. I think we'll get to 900 by the top of the hour. We got it made in the shade. And that should be pretty easy, right? We got 52 minutes? Oh, yeah. I think we got this baby licked. And once we get to 1,000 votes, I'm bailing out because it looks pretty nice. It looks like sunny. You know, I'm not going to be sitting inside all day like yesterday fighting to get my money back. I wish you'd stop telling me to play that damn dollar wheel of fortune. It's mostly sunny and 70 degrees.
One of these days it'll pay off.
It's going to be 77 today in honor of WABC. 77. Cousin Brucey, by the way, with a worse hairpiece than even, what's his name, Dave Van Boring. Even a worse hairpiece than, which is saying a lot. Now, I wonder what he did with that. Remember Steve Ziegler? Remember the day Steve Ziegler, the engineer at IOD, kept making fun of that horrible wiggy, and he just finally took it off his head and heaved it at me. I should have kept that as a souvenir. Should have kept that for Mo for a spare if the muskrat got tired. In fact, we did find out that Mo had he had designer ones. He had for different moods he was in.
That is,
which I thought he was always in
true.
one mood.
You're not making that up.
No, I know that. He had your Sunday go to meeting best wig,
That's
and then he had his coming to work piece
wig, and you know, doing workout in the yard.
Then
wig.
he had his fright wig. Scared the crap out of me. Oh yeah, woo! What a fright! And then of course when he started trying to find those Martians in his pants. Man, oh man! You know who his favorite congressman is?
I give up.
John Dingell from Michigan.
Oh.
819 on the poll. Keep banging on that thing. We've got to get to that 1,000, otherwise we're going to have to do penance for it. Do not go see The Omen. Go rent or buy the original Omen with Gregory Peck and Lee Remick. I'm telling you, I haven't seen the new one, but I've seen the previews and I read about it, and you just have to be a crazy person. And by the way, was it, what was her name, the nanny? Oh, jeez, the character.
Oh, I don't know.
It's very important, man. The one in the original movie was fantastic. She was like about 80% of the movie. She was great. She had that evil look in her eyes.
I'm looking.
Did you Google The Omen yet?
I'm on IMDb, baby.
Okay. Which of these issues do you care about the most? The war in Iraq, 208. The economy, 199. Education, 107. Freedom of speech, 98. Remember that? Oh, yeah, that went out the window.
Was it
when
Mrs. Baylock?
Kid. Who? Nurse Blaylock. That's the one.
Mrs.
Very good.
Yeah, Baylock.
Baylock.
Right.
Bay rhymes with gay. Freedom of speech, 98. Legalizing pot, 81. Ought to be as automatic as getting out of bed in the morning. There should be no debate about it, no question about it. It's childish, it's juvenile, it's the American effing way. Idiotic. Just another excuse to put a bunch of people in jail. That's all it is. And for the government to allow to come into your house, just like they did in poor what's-his-name's house, the baseball player. What's his name?
Barry Bonds.
No,
Jason Grimsley.
Jason Grimsley. Illegal immigration, 68. I hate this poll, 30. How do you like that?
About 30, man.
Gay marriage, only 11, 1.3%. Abortion rights, 9. That's because we have no ladies listening. We have some ladies, but they're not women. Flag burning, only 7, less than 1%. And the survival of QM just went on there. It's already got 3 votes, and I'm sure they're from the inside of the building. I bet you Tommy voted for that. Remember Tommy that was running the board that one day before he got chased off by Clarence?
Who?
An unrepentant Ann Coulter Wednesday blasted into Huntington, hometown to 34 people killed on 9/11, to promote her new book in which she attacks victims' widows as witches and harpies. But in a town where a dozen roadways are named in honor of those who died that day, few took to New York Avenue to protest the bookstore signing of the conservative author and obnoxious bitch. Instead, a defiant Coulter was met with more than 300 spirited fans at an event broadcast live to hundreds of radio stations by conservative commentator and fellow Nazi Sean Hannity, who's a Huntington town resident. And she made a show of tearing up a letter of protest handed to her by a town official. Coulter, who said she hadn't known in advance how many Huffington residents died on 9/11, was asked whether, had she known, she would have hesitated to show up. Kind of like asking Charlton Heston if he wouldn't have shown up in Columbine that day.
Right.
Or in Flint. I didn't fly planes into the building. I don't know what you're talking about, said Coulter as she paused from signing copies of Godless, the Church of Liberalism. Published Monday, it was #1 on Amazon.com's bestseller list yesterday. Isn't that sad? In the book, she claims liberals habitually use women with personal tragedies to advance political ends. Her remarks were aimed in particular at a group of New Jersey widows who, Coulter said, used their grief to attack President Bush and support Bush's one-time presidential rival, Democrat John Kerry. Meanwhile, speaking of macho, oh, she is so meous, that Ann Coulter. My God.
Mm-hmm.
She should have been in that list of 40-pound weaklings. I ought to see this picture on the CBS website.
Transvestite, baby.
Oh, brother. What is it?
It's alive.
Hillary Clinton lashed out at Ann Coulter for a vicious, mean-spirited attack on a group of outspoken 9/11 widows, whom the right-wing television pundit described as self-obsessed and enjoying their husbands' deaths. Clinton, who has felt Coulter's wrath over the years, responded angrily on Wednesday. Perhaps her book should have been called Heartless, the senator said, instead of Godless. Heartless. I know a lot of the widows and family members who lost loved ones on 9/11. They never wanted to be a member of a group that's defined by the tragedy of what happened. The New York Democrat and former First Lady said she found it unimaginable that anyone in the public eye could launch a vicious, mean-spirited attack on people whom I've known over the last 4.5 years to be concerned deeply about the safety and security of our country. The senator spoke after delivering a speech on protecting children from exposure to sex and violence-saturated media, especially reading that damn Ken Starr report. 12:13 at 560 WQM. Of course, we got that indecency thing passed, like I told you, overwhelmingly. Norma Kent's going to send you an email about that just to catch you up on what's going on.
Okay.
Since we're so out of touch on this show, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what could we possibly know about what's going on with that stuff?
Nothing.
Exotica Miami Beach is fun and exciting venue for the public to purchase the hottest new products and services from the adult industry. You better get over there and buy them this weekend while they're still legal. Meet adult stars including Jenna Jameson and the Club Jenna Girls, Tara Patrick, and others. Take pictures you can brag about for years. Shop for something sexy in the largest adult marketplace on the East Coast before they outlaw all those things. Enjoy entertainment on stage with acts ranging from the comedic stylings of Ron Jeremy, who ought to be outlawed, to a 15-person male and female group grow performance. Enjoy hours of entertainment, burlesque, hot body contest, and much more. Whatever way you decide to celebrate your sexiness, enjoy it with Exotica at the Miami Beach Convention Center. Promises to be a memorable experience. Go to exoticamiami.com. That's with triple X's, 3 X's, exoticamiami.com. Buy your tickets, check out who's coming, and get info on the nightly after parties. Exoticamiami.com this weekend, tomorrow, Friday, June 9th through Sunday the 11th at the Miami Beach Convention Center. Must be 18 and over with valid ID. They'll be checking your shoe size, your age, your goods. Exotica Miami Beach, a celebration of sexy.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Okay, just relax a second because I'm changing, because I got Michael Bloomberg on there now.
Okay.
Talking about the threat alert now in New York because of the death of Al Zarqawi. I shouldn't get the Arab Street upset. Do you think there's going to be something happening?
I'm going to kick his ass and then I'll steal his toupee.
Yeah. See where this is all going now? How about a June surprise? Certainly a before November election surprise coming.
Every day the news is warning we have a yellow light that must be.
Oh my God.
They have something to hide. That's how they manipulate headlines. What's really any kind of subterfuge is useful, like a yellow light designed by the corporate media right. And that's why we have a yellow light. Can't explain the meaning of what these lights do. So Coleridge sits at his desk with a set of blow pens and noodles cartoons. Anytime they want to confuse the news, they have a yellow light. What's that mean? Something they can't define. That's why we have a yellow light.
And they're talking about, well, you know, in New York City, we're at a much higher threat level than the rest of the country all the time anyway. And, of course, that's why Bush just cut big chunks of the funding, the Homeland Security funding for New York and Washington. I mean, who would want to attack there? Oh, look at the bad wig on that guy. Oh, my God, from the Asia Pacific Foundation? No, you got to go back.
Oh, God.
Look at that thing. I think it's moving. They got some India guy on there. Why is it that people from India wear the worst hair pieces I have ever seen in my life?
I hadn't noticed.
No, there's plenty of them here. There's one guy at Woodbine wears one that crawls around a little bit. Oh, my God. It's just, I think it's because they have that kind of like brown and dark brown, well, different shades of brown, but like skin, you know, and when you have a red hairpiece on, it's like kind of like puce. I don't know what that is. 842 votes on the poll. Let's hop up over 900 by 1 o'clock, and then we'll feel safe. Although we don't feel very safe, I'll tell you why. The U.S. House of Representatives, and thank God that Norma Kent alerted me to this yesterday, because I had no idea that this was going on. Did you?
No, I hadn't heard that.
No, we were totally out of the loop. The U.S. House of Representatives approved the Broadcast Decency Enforcement Act of 2005 yesterday by a vote of, do you see what the vote was?
No.
379 to 35.
How about that?
See, we haven't got a prayer. We haven't got a Chinaman's chance in hell. The Senate has already approved the bill. Now it heads to the desk of the President, which he'll sign it very, very, very quickly. The bill sets the maximum amount for indecency fines at $325,000, with a $3 million fine as the maximum for any continuing violations. $3 million. Well, we better start auctioning off a lot of stuff on eBay. Representative Fred Upton, Republican of Michigan, helped craft the House version of the indecency bill, which had stronger language and stiffer penalties. He said yesterday, we're entering the home stretch and getting the filth and XXX smut off the public airwaves. I didn't know there was any XXX smut on the public airwaves, did you?
No.
XXX smut.
This show here.
Oh, yeah, well. At their current level, listen, we've had our balls chopped off, let's face it. We have been neutered and deballed by this present regime. Oh, I got a paper jam. I'm jamming. I just put a whole stack of paper in that one, you know. I got to get this important facts, man. Oh, no. Okay, wait a minute, let's get back. At their current levels, fines are more of a constant. We've already been through all that. 4 representatives spoke, not last night, but would have been Tuesday night. with only Representative Diane Watson, Democratic California, opposing legislation. According to Broadcasting and Cable, Watson said the bill was a weak attempt to solve the issue and called it uncreative policy that will harm our creative community. Well, no question about that. More and more, man, this is part of the growing fascism that's taken over America. 2 fixed elections enabled this to happen. Your freedoms are disappearing thanks to the Patriot Act and all these other acts. And the FCC was just make it up as they go along. They're like Joyce. They have a lot in common. They just make it up as they go along. Well, what is indecency? Well, we'll tell you. We'll let you know when you do it. It's kind of like the speed limit. You know, there's no sign out there, but the porkers are sitting out there. They'll let you know when you're going too fast. We're just not going to post any signs to tell you what the speed limit is. Oh, you're too fast. That's a $5,000 fine. Let's see. Did you by any chance see the Dateline show last night on Teenage Predators? No, I did not. Oh, they're still doing that? What is this, series of 4,000 shows?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Ann says, Lady Facts, we were talking about you as the program went on because we figured you would jump right on it this morning. I don't understand.
Yeah, you jumped right on it.
I haven't heard you mention it yet, and that's because I wasn't even home to watch it, much less... the guys were just gross, all of them, and quite a few claimed they had found religion. Oh, I see. One was at an evangelical college. Another was 61 years old and claims it was the first time he tried to chat online to a 13-year-old girl. Another was a teacher in the 6th grade at a Catholic school with a wife and family. Have a nice day. You too, Ann. We thought you'd jump right on it this morning. Well, I didn't see it. I mean, they're getting a little bit, obviously it's a grotesque thing, but it's a little bit over... Wouldn't you say a little overkill?
Yeah, obviously they're going to be using this for, the big crackdown.
Yeah.
That's what,
some of these people have a crack problem.
Yeah.
I very seldom do this, but yesterday, I only did this a couple of times. But this article by Russell Shaw, which I notice is our most read story on our website today, and Josh got the stories on there before 9 o'clock this morning, too. Nice going.
All right.
Ann Coulter, bitch is too kind a word for you. This is worth reading again.
I like it.
Because if you heard it the first time, you need to hear it again. And if you missed it the first time, because this needs to be said. She is the epitome of what the whole right wing in America is all about. She's the poster child for evil. Your president keeps talking about evildoers and this and that. The only evildoers, I think, is in a bottle, and I think he's drinking a lot of it. Russell Shaw says, and this was written, keep in mind, Tuesday. Isn't that the day she was on today? Yeah, Tuesday. Earlier today, the Today Show's Matt Lauer challenged right-wing pundit Ann Coulter on this charming statement of hers. These self-obsessed women seem genuinely unaware that 9/11 was an attack on our nation and acted like as if the terrorist attack only happened to them. They believed the entire country was required to marinate in their exquisite personal agony. Apparently, denouncing Bush was part of the closure process. Then Matt said, and this is part of the part I really need to talk to you about. She had written in her book, these broads are millionaires lionized on TV and in articles about them, reveling in their status as celebrities and stalked by grief pariahs. I've never seen people enjoying their husband's death so much. Because they dare speak out, Matt asked Lauer. Ann Coulter then said something to the effect that the left loves the fact that by being widows, these women exude a certain gravitas of quotability. Well, Ann, if you believe these are reveling millionaire broads, then I invite you to be a fly on the wall tonight. A fly on the wall is one of these widows looks at her dead husband's picture on her desk and remembers the finer times. A fly on the wall is one of these widows looks at the other side of what was her marriage bed and sees no one there. A fly on the wall is one of these widows introduces a new male friend to her children, and they instantaneously, yet only to themselves, wonder if he'll be as kind and loving to their mother as their slain father was. A fly on the wall is one of these widows listens to a new audio tape by Osama bin Laden and wonders why the man who was the ultimate mastermind of her husband's murder hasn't been caught. A fly on the wall is one of these widows kneels in prayer, looks up to heaven at the projected presence of her slain husband's spirit, and with tears in her eyes says, I'm doing this for you because you can't, sweetheart. Speaking out. A fly on the wall is one of these widows reads or hears Ann Coulter's hurtful, spiteful words and damns Ann Coulter to hell. I'm no authority on the next life, Ann Coulter, but I know something about this life. And in this life, consigning you to bitchdom is too kind an assignation. And where's the last page? Oh, don't tell me I left the last page of it off.
Oh,
no. Maybe Josh left the last. That's the most important part. Wouldn't that be something? I'm sure you didn't. It's probably my bad. Let's see. Where the hell is it? Where is it, Josh? Here it is.
All right.
No, I'm just going back to our website.
Trying to blame me,
huh? Okay, he says, I've got a better... See, here comes the icing on the cake and didn't print out. I've got a better word for you, Ann Coulter, the word that rhymes with what football teams often do on fourth down. Amen. To which I say,
all right.
We second and third that emotion. You nasty, skanky bitch. You phony, baloney, right-wing sellout whore. God, is she a piece of crap.
Yes, she is. And she's a man.
Yeah, I think she is.
She's got it out.
I think she's got a man thing.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Miss Fudge. Well, maybe it always works because it's well maintained and nobody comes in and diddles with it. You know how
you're going to go see what the hell's going on over here.
854 votes on the poll while I'm just stalling for time.
Oh, wait a minute. We're good. We're good to go.
All right.